We're now 3/4 of the way through our South African safari. We've already experienced the wonders of the bush, the bustle of Johannesburg, and the incredible beauty of Cape Town. But with the NTT DATA ProAm, we've arguably saved the best for last. Our host venue this week is the jewel in the South African golfing crown, Fancourt. Situated in the heart of the garden route, this estate spans some 613 hectares of countryside at the foot of the HotelPlanner Tour mountains. Boasting 2 5-star hotels and 3 spectacular golf courses, Fancourt offers an unforgettable experience. It's a unique event as well, with a Saturday cut and a Pro-Am format, which attracts business leaders, captains of industry, and some of the finest sports personalities this country has ever produced. And they're all eager to test themselves against some of the best golfing talent around.
Got a rivalry match with Boucher, Jacques, Kallis and We had a game last year and myself and Jacques lost, so hoping to make up for that this year. And this is what makes this tournament so special, is playing with, 2 of our South Africa's greatest athletes. So yeah, it's super fun. I'm staying with him as well this week, so yeah, really cool way to start the week.
You know, it's a good appreciation for the game of golf. You see the way that they hit the ball. We are in control of absolutely nothing out here. So it's good to watch professionals sort of play their way and the shots that they hit. Yeah, it's just an honour and privilege to be out on a lovely golf course, great competition like this as well, and get to mix it with a few of the pros.
The reason why I play golf is because, it's the one competitive thing that I still have in my life, and I can't live life without competing in something, so thoroughly enjoy it from that point of view, and yeah, I think the boys are as competitive on the golf course as we were on the cricket field.
Yeah, it's amazing because, you don't have to be a superstar golfer to compete against a professional golfer, so yeah, it is good, but obviously their banter game's definitely a little bit stronger than ours, so we've got to definitely get a bit harder on that side of things. But yeah, it's obviously a privilege playing with them as well and being good friends with them, and yeah, it's really, really fun.
Also enjoying his time at Fancourt was 2-time winner on the DP World Tour, James Morrison. Playing on the HotelPlanner Tour for the first time since 2009, after losing his playing rights last season, Morrison is looking for a quick return to the main tour, though things didn't get off to the ideal start off the course at Fancourt.
I raced my mate Ollie Wilson from the car park, hopping on one leg, and then the back went. So you think at 40, I've realised not to be an idiot, but still being an idiot now at 40. On this sort of format, it's actually pretty good because you've got to cover all 3 courses, and actually having a day where you rack the clubs for a little bit is actually not a bad thing, because come out today, the sun's out, have a little walk around, have a chip and a putt. Actually quite enjoyable.
2024 saw Morrison finish the season in 122nd place on the Race to Dubai rankings, bringing his long-standing run playing on the DP World Tour to an end.
First time I've lost my card in 15 years, and yeah, I'm at crossroads. But the time away has been really good for me to kind of get back in love with the game again, and got great family and friends at home who've kind of pulled me back from the brink of retirement, so to speak. And it's about playing golf. Golf is what we do it for. We love it, we enjoy it, it's our life. This could be a blessing in disguise, and whatever path I go on, whether it's still golf or something different, then I'm sure it'll be great. And I've got a great network behind me of people and friends and coaches and family, and who have been very supportive and believe in me, in my golf, but believe in me as a person, which is the most important thing. And all I want to be is a great dad and a great husband, and if that means playing golf or not playing golf, then so be it. So I'm just going to try and put my head into my game again and see where it leads me to.
Exploring other opportunities, Morrison recently swapped the clubs for the microphone, taking on commentary duties and giving himself a different outlook on the game.
It was great being at an event, not having to play golf, which is the best thing. Not having those those fears and panics of the Wednesday afternoon when your swing doesn't feel so good, and actually just enjoying the whole week as an event, because actually look at it from the outside in, it's a pretty good circus with the crowd and stands, and actually it was great to kind of think, I've been here and done it, and almost got a lot of self-satisfaction from that, and actually realised I have achieved something in the game and something to be proud of. And it kind of brought back a lot of good memories, and actually realised that I love being out on tour, I love what I do, and I love to get back there, and that's what's kind of got the burning inside going again, which is quite nice.
Well, that desire will be an imperative if Morrison is to have a successful season on his return to the HotelPlanner Tour after 15 years away.
So 2009 was my last event out here on the HotelPlanner Tour. Yeah, guys are getting younger, keener, faster, fitter. I've got to try and keep up with them hunger-wise and keep the game going. But yeah, it's a different tour now, bigger and better than it ever has been. Especially now with the HotelPlanner coming on board. It's a great initiative from them. So hopefully the tour can keep growing for the future generations coming up as well. So I'm looking forward to being back to basics, looking forward to being my own boss again and being my own, reliant on myself, because tour life we're pampered, we're very, very pampered, and you forget what it's all about. It's about playing golf, and the enjoyment factor of playing golf for a living is what you have to have, and I lost that, and I feel that burbling inside again, which is a very nice feeling to have. I'm excited, yeah. I mean, played in Cape Town last week and I was terrible. Had a lot of rust on the clubs and hadn't played any golf since Mauritius in December, and I knew it would be difficult for me to kind of get into it straight away, and I dealt with that week, and that week's done with. So this week is another week. Swing feels much better, game feels back on track, done some good work. Yeah, 3 great golf courses, all 3 different tests. It's gonna be a long, hot week with the amateur partners, but it's also gonna be a great fun format. Hopefully we can get some good scores going.
Early Thursday morning, and with very little practice in the build-up to the week, Morrison got his tournament underway around the Otaniqua course. The South African sunshine of the days before had been replaced by a grey sky, and with it, plenty of rain, which would have a big part to play as the day unfolded. All appeared to start well for the man from Chertsey. He sent a fine approach on its way at the first. But just 10 minutes into his round, frustratingly, play was suspended, setting up an early test of the player's patience. Two hours later, the players returned to the course, but the interruption appeared to affect Morrison's concentration. He saw his birdie attempt slip past the hole. Morrison just couldn't get his momentum going, posting 2 birdies on the card, but 3 bogeys and a double as well, around the supposedly easier of the trio of courses. It wasn't the start that the Englishman was hoping for. In the end, he signed for a disappointing 75, a tough day back at the office.
It was absolutely terrible. Nothing more I can say to that. As a golfer, you're looking for signs of light, signs of hope, signs of change. But unfortunately, there's not much light at the moment. So, yeah, pretty poor day. Club felt awful in my hands. So yeah, just got to try and go again tomorrow. I didn't walk in, that's one positive. I did break a club, which is quite a nice thing for me. Normally I break a club, but maybe that's the difference. Back in the day, I would have broken a club and blamed everybody else for my misfortune, but now it's so insular and so kind of all on me and all on my shoulders that maybe I'm lacking that burning desire to succeed inside, maybe, I don't know. And having been on the road for so many years, being here has been difficult, you know, trying to get that desire back to play again, and it's easy when you can see a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's very hard to see that right now. So the one place I want to be is not here, but that's the part of the job, and you've got to deal with it and get on with it.
Friday morning, and thankfully Morrison and the rest of the field were greeted with a breeze, bright blue skies and sunshine, quite the contrast to the previous day. Morrison was searching for some positivity to banish the memory of Thursday's opening round. And after 4 straight pars, came a welcome boost at the par 5 fifth hole. He would follow that eagle with a birdie at the next. And although a bogey at the 7th halted his progress, he would pick up another shot at the 9th to go out in 3 under par. At the 12th, another long-range putt found the bottom of the cup. At 4 under for the day, things were looking much better for Morrison. But over the closing holes, mistakes started to creep back in, and a couple of wayward iron shots proved costly as he racked up 2 double bogeys in 4 holes before finally tapping in for a 72, 1 under for the day, 2 over for the week, and some difficult lessons learned.
I think the 2 concerns are probably my attitude and my iron play, really. I find it very hard to have fun, and whenever I've had fun, I've always played well. And that's always been my kind of motto, and I can't let myself go, let myself just be happy when I play golf. I mean, the minute I finish, I'm fine. But 5 hours feels like walking over eggshells and walking over barbed wire, but yeah, I guess that's where I'm at right now, and I've got to deal with it. Go again tomorrow, same thing, give it everything. That's all you can do. The minute I'm not bothered and not trying, not giving it all, I think that's time to call it a day. But I'm nowhere near that point yet. I'm still trying my hardest, and golf's a stupid, stupid game. I mean, we've shot low scores from nowhere. I mean, you go and shoot 62 tomorrow, next day you're back into the golf tournament, and that's just how stupid the game is. But you've got to try and keep that in the back of your mind and keep digging in.
One player making it look easy was Wilco Nienaber. The South African, who won here 4 years ago, recorded a staggering 15 birdies and 2 eagles in his opening 2 rounds with no drop shots, leaving his rivals trailing in his wake. Heading into the weekend, Nienaber would hold a 3-shot lead over compatriot Jacques. Coming up, James Morrison soldiers on into the weekend at Fancourt. And we'll find out who lifts the trophy at the NTT DATA Pro Am. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to sunny South Africa for the NTT DATA Pro Am at the stunning Fancourt Golf Estate as we approach the end of our 4-week South African swing. After 2 rounds, Wilco Nienaber led the way on 19 under par, 3 shots clear of compatriot Jacques. At 10 under, last week's winner Jamie Rutherford and Eddie Pepperell were among those leading the European Challenge. For James Morrison, a mid to low score in the 60s was needed if he was to make Sunday's final round. Looking for a positive start in his quest, an opening birdie was rolled in. Something to build on. And after a pinpoint accurate wedge shot at 11, he would follow up with another gain. Some much-needed momentum at last. Four pars were to follow before another birdie moved him under par for the week, and it was game on. But the birdies soon dried up and impetus faded, as did his chance of making a charge up the leaderboard. One birdie cancelled out by a bogey on his back 9 saw him eventually sign for an improved 3 under 69, but Morrison's South African adventure was at an end.
Today I felt a bit more confident in my walk, more confident in my thought process. You know what? Some guys come back to playing golf and like a duck to water after a long break, some don't, and I've never been that great coming back to golf straight after a long break and performing well that quickly. So yeah, today felt a lot more kind of with it today, more more chipper and a bit more kind of like me in my old ways. You have to take the positives, otherwise you end up going backwards every week. And second event of the season, got a lot of events to come, DP World Tour and HotelPlanner Tour. It takes 1 week, it takes one shot, one round, and all of a sudden, oh, I've got it, and off we go, and off you're running again. So yeah, you got to try and take everything as a positive, as well as deal with the negatives. And I'm not very good at dealing with the negatives, and we always try and avoid the positives. So it's going to be a big learning curve this year for me, a big patient year. And today was a kind of a one step in the right direction, I feel.
And we wish James well for the rest of the season as he bids to get back on track. But what of the leading contenders at Fancourt? To bring you the best of the Saturday action, it's time to hand over to Kit Alexander.
Leader Wilco Nienaber bogeyed the first, but picked up shots at the 5th, 6th and 9th. The 2021 champion here added another courtesy of this approach at the 13th. Per Langfors climbed the leaderboard with a 68. The Swede had 6 birdies in a 7-hole stretch from the 3rd to go out in 30, but he played the back 9 in 1 over with this brilliant par save at the 17th. Jacques fired a bogey-free 69. His birdies came at the 3rd, 5th and here at the 16th, following this excellently judged chip. Nienaber made pars at 14 and 15, and he would convert the putt after nearly chipping in from greenside on the short par 4 16th to bolster his lead even further with his 5th birdie of the day. The 24-year-old made a birdie 2 at the 17th, and he used his incredible power to easily find the heart of the green in 2 at the par 5 18th. He rolled his eagle putt close and tapped in to finish with 3 birdies in a row for a 66 that gave him a 6-shot lead heading into the final round.
So, having registered just 1 drop shot over the opening 54 holes at Fancourt, Nienaber had opened up a surely insurmountable 6-shot lead over Jacques. And last week's winner, Jamie Rutherford, was going well again. So it appeared the outcome of the NTT DATA ProAm was firmly in the hands of 24-year-old Wilco Nienaber. Could anyone stop the South African juggernaut in its tracks? Overseeing a potentially fascinating final day, it's back to Kit.
Wilco Nienaber saved par at the par 3 second hole with this handy recovery. That opened up a 7-shot lead, but he wasn't able to pull away any further as he parred his way to the turn. It was a disappointing round for Kyle Barker. Despite this brilliant putt, this birdie at the 4th was his only one of the day, as he also made 4 bogeys to ultimately slip down the leaderboard with a 75. Jacques was 1 over par for the day after 5 holes, but this found the bottom of the cup at 6 to get him back to 19 under par and cut Nienaber's lead to 6 shots. Last week's winner, Jamie Rutherford, was having another good week. He picked up one of his 5 birdies here at the 11th, as his 68 delivered a top 6 finish. Scotland's Ryan Lumsden was going along nicely at -4 for the day through 11 holes. He dropped a shot at 12 before firing this excellent approach at the 13th. He took advantage of it and the putt secured the bounce-back birdie, and he parred home from there for a 68 that clinched his first top 10 of the season. Jacques followed his first birdie of the day at 6, with another at the 7th after this controlled approach. That would take him to 20 under par. Per Langfors was 1 over after 5 holes, but he came alive from the 6th, and this approach at 11 set up his 5th birdie in 6 holes. The 30-year-old played the remaining 7 holes in +1 for a 69. Jean-Paul Striedem climbed the leaderboard with a fantastic 66. This birdie at 11 was one of 5 on the back 9 as he had a birdie finish to come home in 32 strokes. Blau closed the gap at the top to 4 shots with this birdie at the 9th. But that was as close as he got as he made 3 bogeys in the last 6 holes to slip to a 73. Nienaber was doing exactly what he needed to do to maintain his iron grip on top spot, as this birdie at the 10th took the lead to 5 shots. He then reeled off 7 straight pars before hitting a monster 341-metre drive at 18, aided by a new, stiffer and heavier shaft in his driver. That left just 141 metres into the par 5, and he played safely to the centre of the putting surface. He lagged his eagle effort to here and tapped in for birdie to clinch his 2nd HotelPlanner Tour title by a whopping 7 shots on 27 under par. A wonderful wire-to-wire victory that never looked in doubt over the weekend. Well played, Wilco.
The best round of the final day came from Daniel van Tonder, whose 65 snuck him into the top 10, adding to his previous 2 wins already. But the plaudits this time round went to his delighted compatriot.
Relieved, but also very proud of myself. I know that I can, and I just proved it to myself again. Unfortunately, I need it back. Yeah, that's I'm going to celebrate, but know that I'm going to have to back. So, yeah, probably just had a braai with everyone at home.
The Road to Mallorca rankings unsurprisingly show the 3 winners so far this season occupying the top 3 places. Van Tonder's 2 wins sees him ahead of Jamie Rutherford, who's leapfrogged by Nienaber. Further down, Langfors and Ritchie climb to 11th and 12th after their top 10s at Fancourt, with Barker and Young moving in the right direction too. Clement Sordet sits in that all-important 20th place. Our South African swing started all smiles for back-to-back winner Daniel van Tonder. Jamie Rutherford topped the pile in Cape Town before Wilco Nienaber finished with a flourish in Fancourt. After a short break, we'll return with back-to-back events in India when pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.